Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with the Internal Revenue Service. I've been doing this work, God, since 1973. I've worked about 10,000 cases. I am a national expert in this. I've been on Fox and ABC News. I know, lucky me. And being a former IRS agent, I've worked so many type of cases. What I really try to do with this YouTube is try to pull back the curtain and kind of see what goes on inside the IRS and give you the insider information really that you need to actually go ahead and make competent decisions. You can call me, give you a free consultation if you want, but let me at least explain to you what the three real federal tax relief programs are. You hear a lot of noise about Fresh Start program. That's a bunch of crap. It's a program really they already had. They spun for advertising, and the big companies use, oh, it's this new. It ain't a new program at all. It's been around. It's been modified a little. Let me tell you about the three federal tax relief programs that goes ahead and take care of your IRS debt. So how does IRS work these cases? Well, first of all, IRS wants to make sure all your tax returns are filed and you're current, up to date. So if right now we're in 2022, they want to make sure you have enough withholding taken out and you have your estimate payments up to date. That's really critical. When I knock on the doors, go into homes or businesses, I want to make sure you are up to date. Number one priority. Then I'm going to give you a basic financial statement. The case is in the local office. The revenue officer will use a long 433A. The case is in the service center, which most are, you need a 433F. IRS is going to make sure these forms are documented and they're accurate. When you're filling a financial statement out, IRS are going to ask for things like your pay stubs. They're going to ask for your bank statements. They're going to want to know what you spend on all your expenses, and they're going to put that together. And they have what's called a national standardized program. So when they go ahead and put all this together, they're going to easily determine which of three categories you go in. Number one is the hardship or currently non-collectible. It's a very popular program. There's pros and cons to it. The pro to it is IRS isn't going to work your case for a couple years after they look at all the documentation because you just can't pay the tax. The bad news is penalties and interest run, and the case is going to come out in a couple years. And if you don't file or pay during that time period you put in non-collectible or hardship, the case accelerates itself out. So it's a good and bad program, but if you can't pay, you're going to fit. You're going to be that's going to be Cinderella's shoe for you. Other people just want to pay it off and they want an installment or payment agreement. That's the second program. The third program is the IRS debt settlement, pennies on a dollar. It's called the offer and compromise program. When I was at IRS, I actually worked the offer and compromise program. I used to accept them, deny them. I was a teaching instructor that taught other people to accept them and deny them. IRS accepts about, 20% of all offers, and that's because they're not filled out correctly. That is the best thing that you can do, but you got to qualify for that offer and compromise. If you're not qualified, don't pay anybody a nickel until they've looked at the form. They said you got a really good chance, and then you can move on. Let me tell you the two important criteria, though, for that program. IRS wants to know what's the true liquidity value of all your assets. Real estate, your homestead, is discounted 20%. If you have $100,000 worth of assets, IRS isn't going to accept, they're not going to accept less than $100,000. Includes pension, cars, bank, any asset, any value on your financial statement. That's your base offer. The second thing they're going to look at is your income expense ratio. IRS expects you to live on a certain amount of dollars in the county that you live in the United States. If you go to the IRS chart, the National Standards Program, they're going to be able to tell you exactly what you can spend in the areas that you're in. So you better be very careful. Just don't do a knee-jerk, give someone a bunch of money for an offer. You better make sure that they're qualified. So let's review. What are the programs? Currently non-collectible or hardship. The installment payment that you can get online or call us, we can get you an agreement, or the offer and compromise. Be careful. Don't give your any money to anybody unless you absolutely know they're a certified, competent person to go ahead and file. By the way, if you like any of the information I gave you, hit the subscribe button if you would. That helps me. It lets people know I'm giving you good information. You can always call me for a free consultation. Leave comments. I usually get back to every comment, usually within a week. Thank you so much for listening to me. I appreciate it.